Hello, good morning. Welcome to Footprints at 9 o'clock. How are you?
We hope that you're well. We enjoyed seeing so many of you at our face-to-face family footprints last week, but it was kind of bittersweet because we knew that was going to be the last one for a little while because we're now back in lockdown.
Lockdown again. I remember the very first recording we did at lockdown. We didn't do it up here. This is in the top of the Easter Centre. We were downstairs where we normally meet as Footprints, and the camera was wrong. It chopped all our heads off. Yeah. So we've come a long way since then.
Yeah, so if you remember back then, which seems in some ways quite a long time ago, but in some ways not so long ago. In some ways time seems to have gone really quickly since then. And I wonder if you remember when we first introduced you to little Red Ruthie Joanna. She seems to have been with us for quite a while now, doesn't she? I don't think this lockdown is quite as hard as it was last time, maybe because you are still able to go to school. I don't know whether you think that's a good thing or a bad thing, depends on your view on school. And there do seem to be a few more shops open than there were last time, so hopefully you will be able to cope. But if for any reason you need prayer for anything, please do get your parents to be in touch with us and we will pray for you. And if there's anything else you need, if there's any Bible reading notes that you would like or just anything, please do be in touch and we will do the best we can to support you through this next few weeks.
Well, what's happening today? What are we going to be doing?
Well, maybe what I'm wearing will give them a clue, but I'm not going to say anything, okay? But
What,
I
a
think
headband?
No,
No.
not quite the headband, okay? I think it's time we sang a song.
Yes.
So up on your feet,
Let's start
and
with a
let's
song.
sing together.
Jesus is the King, ruler over everything. Jesus is the one, promised from the Son of God. Jesus is the Lord, He's the one you can't ignore. Jesus, He's the King. He's the King. He commanded the fishermen, hey, come follow me. And they did, and they did, and they did, because Jesus is the King, ruler over everything. Jesus is the one, promised for the Son of God. Jesus is the Lord, He's the one you can't ignore. Jesus, He's the King. He's the King. He commanded the evil ones, hey, come out of him. And they did, and they did, and they did, because Jesus is the King, ruler over everything. Jesus is the one, promised from the Son of God. Jesus is the Lord, He's the one you can't ignore. Jesus, He's the King. He commanded the wind and waves, hey, be still, be still. And they did, and they did, and they did, because Jesus is the King, ruler over everything. Jesus is the one, promised from the Son of God. Jesus is the Lord, He's the one you can't ignore. Jesus, He's the Lord. He promised that 3 days after death He'd rise again. And He did, and He did, and He did, because Jesus is the King, ruler over everything. Jesus is the one, promised from the Son of God. Jesus is the Lord, He's the one you can't ignore. Jesus, He's the King, He's the King, ruler over everything. Jesus is the one, promised from the Son of God. Jesus is the Lord, He's the one you can't ignore. Jesus, He's the King.
It's a black cloth,
Yeah.
but
Don't know
there
what.
is something underneath it.
Go on then.
Okay, because I
Am I
thought
allowed
we'd
to
play a
look?
game. You're allowed to have a look for
Okay.
now.
Okay.
So I don't know if you can all see that, but it's basically a tray with lots of bits on it.
It is.
Okay, shall I go through each one?
Yeah.
We have got a cocktail stick.
Cocktail stick.
Cocktail stick, very pointy, very prickly. We have got a fork.
Right.
Fork. We have got a ball with a smiley face.
Yeah.
This is a torch. If I, wind that up, you should be able to see it light up.
Torch.
That's the
Wind up torch.
Wind up
Okay.
torch. We have got 10 pumpkin seeds. So there's 10 of those on the board down
Yeah.
there. Some sticky tape, which we need for all our crafts. I have got an orange. This is a notebook which helps me to remember things. I have to write things down because when I'm worried I'm going to forget them. Sometimes a shopping list, sometimes someone's date of birth, something that I need to remember. This is one of the clouds that we made in our family footprints last week. Don't know if you remember that, making the clouds. Hopefully some of you received your bags and making those at home. We have got a little car there. This is a little
2CV.
car that I bought for Robin a long time ago because he used to have 2 CVs. But you remember that I
Yes.
bought it for you for your birthday.
Okay.
It actually says happy birthday on it. I have got a ruler there for drawing straight lines. I have got a poppy. I wonder if that gives you any clues as to what today's about. And I have got a bag of jelly babies. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Have I mentioned everything on there, Robin?
Yeah. How many pieces? How many things altogether?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13
things.
13
Okay.
things. I wonder if I cover this tray up,
Yeah.
if you can write down
Each of
what
them.
you
Yeah.
can remember. And do you think you could do that at home as well?
Easy.
Easy, is it?
Yes,
You can
easy.
shout out at the screen or you can write them down. So, we ready? One last look.
I hope
You
they can
all
see
those
everything
bits.
there.
Oh, the orange is rolling around. One last bit. Right, I'm now going to cover it up. 1, 2, 3, go. I'm going to count to 10, and that is going to be all the time you've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stop writing.
Oh, I
How
haven't
many
got,
have you written
well, I
down?
have. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm
10,
missing 3.
Let's have a look.
What
So
have
what
I
have we
missed?
got?
Oh.
Have you got the fork?
Yes.
Got the fork? Have you got the cocktail stick?
Yep.
Well done. Have you got the smiley ball?
Yes.
Well done. Have you got the sticky tape?
No.
Ah, one thing missing. Have you got the torch?
Yes.
Well done. The orange?
No.
No, that's one of the biggest things on the
Yeah, I know.
table. Have you got the notebook?
Yes.
Have you got... Did you write what sort of book it was, though? It's not a reading
Oh, I knew
book.
it was a notebook. I just
Okay.
didn't bother to put notes.
Did you get the pumpkin seeds?
Yes.
Did you write down how many pumpkin seeds?
Oh, I didn't think we needed to.
Okay, I'm going to give you half a point.
There
for
are
that
10
one.
though.
There are, yeah, that's right. Did you get the ruler?
No.
Okay. The cloud
Yes.
that we did last week. The little car.
Yes.
That would be sad had you forgotten that one. Did you get the jelly babies?
Yes.
Did you get the poppy?
Yes.
Well done. So how many did you get?
I got
Was it 10?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, 10.
Okay. Still
And I
think you
forgot
should-
the tape, the orange, and the ruler.
Okay. I wonder how you got on. Perhaps you could just send me an email and let me know how you did. But this is all to do with remembering,
Yeah.
isn't it?
This was a quick remember.
Yeah, a quick way.
Remembering things that we'd seen just a minute ago.
Yes, that's right. So you may have realised that today is something to do with poppies. And now we're going to learn a little bit about poppies. So we've just played Kim's game, and I wonder how you got on with that. And I wonder how good you are at remembering. Sometimes my brain is so full I don't remember things particularly well. Robin's pretty similar, actually.
Yeah. Some people keep a diary and write down all their appointments.
Yeah, I wonder what other things that we use to help us to remember. I know sometimes when I go to the shops I have to write a shopping list to remind me of what I need, and sometimes I start writing that shopping list when I start running out of things, so that when I go to the shop I don't forget what it is I need to buy.
Some people put alarms on their phones to alert them when they've got to remember something. Like me, in the morning I have to remember to wake up.
I think that's just to give you a bit of a
Okay.
shock to wake up. In the past, and maybe some people do this now, I don't know, people put knots in their handkerchiefs. So when... put that
I haven't
away.
got a knot in my handkerchief,
They
but I
put
will
knots
put
in
one.
their handkerchiefs. So when they put their hand in their pocket, they thought, oh, there's a knot there, that's to remind me to do something, or that they had to be somewhere, or about an anniversary that was coming up. Although I'm not quite sure how effective this knot would be, because it might just remind you of something that you've forgotten, but you can't remember what it is that you've forgotten. So I'm not quite sure how effective it is. I think writing in a diary or writing on your phone something is probably a lot easier.
So if you do go out and about for your daily exercise, you may see people wearing poppies at the moment. Right, Rachel. Being displayed in local areas maybe. Poppies are special flowers worn around Remembrance Day or Poppy Day. Do you know why people wear poppies? Do you know that the different parts of the poppy can symbolise different things for us to remember?
Well, the poppy is a symbol of a charity that still cares for those who are bereaved or injured during the war. The red petals of a poppy are a reminder of the blood that was and still is spilled in wars. We can be thankful for those who sacrifice their lives and still continue to serve to help the armed forces, those people who still help us to live in freedom and safety. The seeds at the centre of your poppy are the seeds of hope of new life, which is something we can all be thankful for.
Poppies were used at first to commemorate the First World War. During that war, there was so much fighting and so little movement of troops that the battlefields were just a mass of mud with a few broken twigs and bits of barbed wire in them. But people noticed that poppies were the only things that could grow. And so you looked out over the big field of mud and you could see hundreds and hundreds and thousands of little red poppies. The leaf on the poppy is set at 11 o'clock.
Mine
That's
is.
right. Yeah, which reminds us that on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month was when an armistice or a peace agreement was signed. This is the time we especially remember those who have died. Now, let's make a poppy.
As it's Remembrance Day very soon, I thought I would do some poppy crafts, and I've actually got two here. There's this one here which looks a bit messy. What I've done is cut up an egg box and I've painted all of it red, as you can see. Some of it's still a little bit wet, so I think I might be getting red fingers in a minute. And then all I've done is in the middle of these put a black dot to be the inside of the poppy. You could maybe use a bit of black paper, or you could put a little black pom-pom if you've got one. But the inside is a little black bit, which I just did with paint. I've also cut out a paper plate and I've painted that green. And what I'm going to do now is to in a minute is to stick all the poppies round this edge. But to go across the middle, I've written something called "We will remember them," because that is something that we often say on Remembrance Day. We will remember them. We remember people who died in the war. So what I'm going to do is get my sticky glue stick. I'm going to put a bit of glue either end here. And I'm going to put that across the middle of my paper plate like that and stick it down. So there, you can see it. Just trying to maneuver it around so it's a bit more in the middle. You need to slide it that way, I think. There, I think that's more in the middle. You can see that. And now what I'm going to do is get some really runny glue. Just squeeze this a bit to get it out. There we are, there's a daub there. And I'm going to take each of these and stick them down here. And just place them all around this wreath. Some of these are a little bit sticky because they haven't dried yet. And some of them are stuck to the paper as well. Stick these down. You'll also see at the side that I've cut out some leaf shapes. I'll put some more of this down in a minute. You'll see that I've cut out some leaf shapes. And what I'm going to do is put a little bit of glue on the backs of these as well. And I'm going to space them around the poppies. I'm going to put this one. I'll get this glue out. There we are. Put that one there so it goes across there. I'm going to put another one over here. There. Use this glue to put some more poppy bits on it. There we are. Put that one there. Take these. Don't know how many. I coloured in quite a lot, so I'm not sure how many you'll need around your paper plate. You might have a small paper plate that you use or a big one. Let's put these on as well. Might do a big circle of glue around there to stick these ones down. There we are. Go there. Some of these are sticking to the paper as well. Let's take that one. Squeeze that in a bit. There we are. Let's put some more leaves down as well. Let's put that one there. Now this is, I'm not going to hold this one up because the glue is still runny and it's not dried yet. But that is what you'll see. And when it is all dried, you could maybe put some ribbon underneath to hang it up. You can hang it in your window or on your front door. And that's a very simple poppy wreath. I've now got another craft, a little bit simpler. I cut out a piece of cardboard. Doesn't really matter what size it is, but they're a circle of card. And I'm going to put some glue onto this. Doesn't have to be runny glue, but I do find that it, although it takes longer to dry, it will stick better. I've now got a leaf. Quite often they say the leaf should be at 11 o'clock because that is when peace happened, on the 11th day of the 11th month at 11 o'clock. I've also got some tissue paper and it's a circle and I'm going to scrunch that up. So it's not just a perfect, because poppies are a little bit scrunched up. So I'm going to stick that down there. I'm then going to put another piece of glue in the middle. If the glue will come out. There's a bit there. Just coming out there. Take the next piece and scrunch it up. And stick that in the middle. And then all poppies have got a black dot there, so I've just cut out a black circle. circle and pop that in the middle there. And I've got a green pipe cleaner. You could use sellotape for this. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the back. And I put that there. That's the stem of my poppy. Now when that is dry, you could maybe attach it to your clothes so you could wear its little badge. Or maybe you could make a whole garden of poppies. But those are two crafts that you can do ready for Remembrance Day, which is on the 11th of November. Have lots of fun making them, and do send me any pictures if you make them at home. Or maybe you've got your own ideas of making a poppy craft. Send me your ideas too as well. We're now going to sing a song which we usually sing in the children's groups at Remembrance. It's called Turn Your Thoughts on This Occasion. Turn your thoughts on this occasion to those who fought and died in the war. Years have passed and time has forgotten, but we will remember the soldiers once more. Turn your thoughts on this occasion to those who fought and died in the war. Years have passed and time has forgotten, but we will remember the soldiers once more.
Hope you've got your bag of jelly babies with you. Red Roofy has. If you haven't, listen carefully to what we're saying, and then you can check up to make sure we've got it right in the end.
So jelly babies, when they were first made, were not called jelly babies. They were called peace babies because they were produced after the First World War, and each colour represented a country which fought in the war, and all the nations coming together for peace. Some say they were created because people needed a sweet treat after the horrors of war. What do you think, I wonder? Peace is enjoyed when people of different ages, interests and appearances live together in harmony. Wouldn't a bag of jelly babies be a bit dull if all the sweets were all one colour and one flavour? Working for peace doesn't mean being soft like a jelly baby. It calls for a strong commitment to friendship, fairness, being ready to share and celebrating the good things of life together. Although jelly babies were created at the end of the First World War, we know it wasn't long before the Second World War started, and because sweets and chocolate were not essential goods, the production of peace babies stopped. Isn't that sad? But our story doesn't end there. You see, after the war, a man decided to buy the factory where the peace babies were made. This man was a very special man. He loved Jesus. He was a Christian and a follower of Jesus. Now, can I let you into a really big secret? Not many people know this secret. I wonder if you know it, Robin.
Go on.
Go on. You want me
What?
to tell everybody?
No, let
tell
me,
the secret.
tell me.
On each jelly baby, there is a secret symbol.
Oh.
I wonder if you ever stopped to have a look at your jelly baby before you've popped it into your mouth. These secret symbols help us to tell others about the wonderful love of Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Do you want to know what those symbols are?
That explains why you went and washed these jelly babies.
That's right.
Washed the sugar off so we can see them. They do look different.
Has made them very sticky.
Hold them up to the camera here. Hopefully they won't fall off. Different coloured jelly babies actually have different shapes.
It's probably a little bit hard to see on the plate, but I think we're going to go through each one individually now and show you what the symbol is and what it means.
Black has a heart to symbolise God's love.
The green jelly baby is crying, and this symbolises the sadness of life without God's love. Or it can represent God's sadness that people don't know him and the way to heaven.
Now this one is red, and you'll see if you look carefully a B which represents blood. As Christ died to show how much he loved us and to show the way to heaven.
This next jelly baby is pink. Now I know they're all called jelly babies, but this one is a baby. It's got a little baby's bonnet on it. And this represents the start of a new life that we can have with God when we become a follower of him. We can say when we become a Christian that we have been born again.
Now hopefully on this yellow one you can see a necklace. The necklace is representing the riches of heaven, what God promises us for the future.
Our last baby, jelly baby, is orange. If you look closely, you can see that it's wearing a bag. Some people say it's a bum bag, but it is a little bag. And this tells us that we need to be prepared to put all our things in there for our journey through life and into the future. Maybe we need to put our Bibles in there. We need to have our prayers collected together. Maybe Bible reading notes. Maybe our friendship and companionship of other Christians. All the things we need to help us on our journey for when we get to heaven.
So, we have poppies which help us to remember those who've died in the war, but you can also now use jelly babies to remember that we should aim for peace throughout the world. They'll also help you to know how to remember that God wants us to be his children, and with each one you eat, remember what it means to be his child.
We're now going to have a song when we're going to quietly reflect on being safe with God. pray for peace, believing that all the people in the world are your loved children. Amen.
Amen.
Wonderful Lord, wonderful God, you are my shield, my protector. I can lie down, go off to sleep, knowing you're watching over me. Wonderful Lord, wonderful God, help me to trust you forever. I need not fear, 'cause you are near. I can lie down and sleep in peace. Wonderful Lord, wonderful God, you are my shield, my protector. I can lie down, go off to sleep, knowing you're watching over me. Wonderful Lord, wonderful God, help me to trust you forever. I need not fear, 'cause you are near. I can lie down and sleep in peace.
Well, I pray that you will have a peaceful week this week, that you and your families will not be worried or anxious about lockdown or about anything else. If you have any anxieties, any worries, any monetary problems, any problems at all, or just need to take a walk with someone, please just do give us a ring and we'll try and help you out as best we can. I think that's about all we've got time for
It
this
is.
week.
The only thing I thought of is that I know it's only the beginning of November, but we have got a nativity coming up.
We have.
It might not be a nativity like you're used to, but we have got one. So we'll look forward to that.
And we're actually going to hopefully have 2 nativities.
Maybe.
Maybe.
You
So
never
hopefully
know.
this week I'm going to be sending out some emails and asking you to participate in some very extraordinary ways so that we can have a nativity that involves the children. And some of you hopefully will be able to do some singing as well. But it's not going to be a nativity like we've had before.
Not a nativity together.
Just an extraordinary
So,
year. So
watch
finish
out,
off
look
with
forward
an
for that.
extraordinary nativity. Okay.
See you all again next week.
Yeah, and remember, do stay in touch and send me the pictures of your poppy crafts as
Oh
well.
yeah,
We'd love you to
pictures.
see
We
them.
love having
Okay,
pictures.
We do.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Take care.
See you
Bye.
soon.
God bless.